Have you ever dreamed of bringing your app ideas to life but felt intimidated by complex coding languages or the sheer cost of development? What if there was a way to build functional, beautiful web applications with just words? No line of codes involved. And I know there are dozens of AI tools out there that can do this nowadays, but the tool we're covering today, this is a game changer. Today, we're diving deep into Hosting Horizons, an incredible AI-powered platform that promises to turn your dreams into a reality faster than you ever thought possible. And while Hostinger sponsored this video, what you're about to see is my own uncensored opinion of the tool. And while I get dozens of sponsoring requests per month for tools to be showcased on this channel, I only end up featuring 1 to 2 tools and the actual tools that I believe are worth showing to you because they are game changers, just like Horizons. Now, how does Horizons truly stack up when put to test against other leading tools? Today, I'm not just going to show you how to build an app with Hosting Horizons, but we're also going to build an app with Horizons and simultaneously try to recreate the app using prominent AI app builder, in this case Lovable, right before your eyes. You will get a real-time, side-by-side comparison to see which one delivers the most bang for your buck and your time. Before we look at how the projects look, I would like to take a quick look at pricing and compare it to similar tools so you can see for yourself whether or not this is worth it from the financial perspective. Now, Hosting Horizons costs $13.99 for their starter plan, $39.99 for their hobbies plan, and $79.99 for their hoster plan. But what do this even mean? With the starter plan, you get 70 messages per month, which comes down to just a little under 20 cents per message. If you compare these to a tool like Lovable, which costs $25 per month for 100 credits, pricing costs 25 cents per credit, already 20% higher cost. If we do a similar comparison, the Hobbies plan costs $39.99 for 200 messages, while Lovable charges $50 for the same number of credits. I think we're seeing a trend here, right? If you see, Horizon is the inexpensive solution here, but it doesn't end there. When you get their yearly plan, you also get free hosting for a year, free domain, online store integrations, and the ability to accept payments, daily backups, SEO optimized projects, and a whole lot more things that I'm not going to cover here. I see the value in hosting our Horizons, but let's be honest, none of that matters if the output from Horizons is not good. So let's take a look side by side between Horizon and Lovable, and that way we can make a determination as for whether or not it's worth it to actually go with Horizons. Now, once you have created your account in Hosting Horizons, what you want to do is you want to go to your dashboard. By the way, before we move forward, I want to let you in on a little secret. If you go down to the description below, you will see 10% coupon code that you can use if you're going to try Hosting Horizons. This is not an affiliate link. This is just 10% present from the Hostinger team. So if you're going to try it, just go down to the description below and use code. Saves 10%. So this is going to be your dashboard. You're going to land here. And as you can see, we have a little bit of options here. What you want to do is you want to go to Horizons. And now that I'm in Horizons, I will add a project to my business web hosting. So I will click on Add Project, and it will land me into the Horizons landing page. Now that we're here, what we're going to do is we're going to type our prompt of exactly what we want to do. We want to be specific, we want to be descriptive, and we want to make sure that it has some context. So let's write the prompt here, and then we will bring the Lovable website side by side. We can compare one to the other. All right, now that we have the whole prompt, we're going to send it, and we're going to open Lovable and bring it side by side. And Lovable, this Let's actually bring this side by side. Let's close this sidebar and we can see both working at the same time. So we're going to let them work here for a moment. All right, and now that we have it, we're going to open them into new tabs. So this one is the one produced by Horizons. Then we're going to open the one by Lovable. So the one by Horizons is this one down here. It looks really good. All right, it's working. You can actually move stuff around, the color changes, and this is dummy data, right? As you saw in the fast forward video, we actually created this with dummy data. Let's go to the wine lovable. This design, it looks confusing. Let's compare them side by side. Not the best idea, but actually not a good idea. So this one is the one created by Hosting Horizons. It looks professional. It looks well put together. It looked like a design that an actual designer was paid to design this and put together for us. Here, we actually have a way to add new deals. We have a sidebar. We have a menu up here. Okay. So let's take a look at the one put together by Lovable. First of all, I would say the design, I don't like it. It looks cheap. Leaves the functionality work somewhat. All right. So the functionality doesn't really work. The one produced by Horizons works seamlessly. As you can see, I got no issues moving stuff around. The one by Lovable, and we use the exact same prompt. We're going to compare them here in a moment. But it looked like if you're moving to a column that already have two deals, you kind of move them there. There is no menu up here, so Horizons went a little bit above and beyond and created a menu here because, let's be real, that's what is expected. We got this sidebar that, again, it looks really cheap. There is a big gap in between. If we're looking Horizons, this one feels more natural. Here we have a way to add a deal. Let's see if we have that here. Okay, yeah, there is. Okay, cool. None of that work as expected. The design it just leave a lot to be desired. And if we are real, if we're honest, this functionality doesn't work as expected. So you will have to go back and forth with the AI to try to get this functionality to actually work as expected. It's just not the best experience, not the best design. We're actually looking at something that could have been designed 10 times better, which my opinion is what we got out of Hosting our Horizons. But let's not judge the book by its cover. Let's actually try one more. Let's actually take this step further and actually try Horizons versus Lovable and see whether or not this was a one-off thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our page. We're going to go back to the dashboards, and we're going to actually write again brand new prompt and start from zero and see whether or not this was a one-off thing. All right, we have our prompt here. We're going to build a landing page, and we're going to paste that exact same prompt into Lovable. We're going to send them both their way, and we will see what we get back. All right, after a few minutes, we finally got our two websites. I have to say Horizons took way less time than Lovable, but that all doesn't matter if we get better design from Lovable. I'm not going to judge it. I would provide my opinion, but at the end of the day, it, it's all about you, right? So this is the one that was put together by Lovable, and it doesn't look bad. Also doesn't look great. Yeah, definitely not the best, but it might be great compared to Horizons, we would say. Let's take a look at Horizons. And here is the one in Horizons. I really like it better than the one in that was made by Lovable. We have nice design. We got some animations. Okay. Yeah, definitely much nicer. Even look at the meet the author portion. And I like this format much better. But like I said, you don't have to believe me. You can be your own judge and determine whether or not Horizon did a better job. I personally believe that the designs that were presented by Horizons, they were both great. If we look at the sales pipeline, this one looked much nicer than the one presented by Lovable. I would argue that this web page is not bad. I have a feeling that it's not going to convert as good as this one, just because of the design, some of the elements, some of the design aspects that it provided. And, for the price, you get 10% discount if you go down in the description below. And for the price, like you can take Hosting Your Horizons for a ride and tell me whether or not you like it. I personally like what I'm seeing, and I'm on both tools paid plans. So this is not even, hey, you're comparing paid plan versus a free plan, which doesn't really play a factor, but just for the naysayers out there, I am on both tools paid plans, and I still like way more what Horizons have provided rather than what Lovable have provided. I'm not saying, oh, yeah, this is horrible, but this is not the bad. Definitely, Horizons did a much better job at both. But I want you to be the judge. So please let me know down in the comments below what you think and whether or not you will give Horizons a try. I personally believe that Horizons did a better job, but I want to know your opinion because your opinion is the one that matters. Now that we know that Horizons can actually deliver the goods and create nice looking websites, let's talk about integrations and possibilities. So first thing I want to highlight is that you have integrations available in hosting Horizons. First one is Supabase, and connecting Supabase is as easy as clicking connect. Of course, you want to have your Supabase account already created. We're going to authorize hosting Horizons, and it's going to help us create our database. I have here my Supabase account, and we don't have the project yet. Okay. So we need to create that project. We're going to create it here, and the project name would be, oh, let's call it Horizons Labs. I think that's appropriate. We're going to create this project. We're not going to save this. And right now it looks like it's working. So we're going to refresh here, and we're going to connect the project that we just created. And now we have Supabase connected for us. It's as easy as clicking a few buttons. Now it's making a few changes to make sure that we have a full integration that is completely working and we would have no issues. But our part is done. The database has been created. All right, now we're back and we should have a database for the next slide. And now what I want to do is create all the relevant tables with this project. And we're going to send this off and we will wait here a moment for it to come back with it. Now it's doing the updates to the database via SQL. It has updated the files. While it's doing that, we're going to go back to Supabase and we're going to see here we have activities with companies, contacts, and deals. And all of these were created by Horizons. So I didn't create any of these. It was just created by it. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask Horizons to create a user. Once the user accounts, they must be the dashboard. All right. Just so we can test and make sure that we have everything we need, we're going to go back here. We're going to take a look at the database. We get contacts, activities, deals, companies, and that's pretty much everything we need. Of course, we need the users, but it looked like we actually have everything we need. That was created by Finger, but it doesn't matter if it's being created, if it doesn't work. So we're going to put it to test because I want to give you the best idea of how Hostinger Horizons actually work. It's not me telling you, hey, this is a great software. This is a great piece of AI tool that you should be using. I actually want to show you exactly how to use it, give you the best ideas possible. And from here, you can determine whether or not this is actually the tool that you want to use to build your project or no. Reality is that while there are dozens of AI tools out there, not all of them are great. All right, we got our page. We're going to create an account. We're going to enter it. It actually worked. We have our account. Of course, we'll have a settings page. As you can see, JV for Sus Vasquez is database of my email. And we have here no deals. Now build the deal function. And we're going to make sure that we can add deals. And from there, you're going to see how easy it was to actually build something using Horizons. So let's give it a moment. All right, the feature is built. Let's test it. I think it matters. Add here. Let's close this. This is this deal. And here we have it. So completely work. Now, the integrations doesn't stop here. You also have the Stripe integration that allows you to take payments. And while it will be a little bit more difficult to build it, so this is outside the scope of this video, you can also add an online store to your build that allow you to actually manage full-blown store that you build using Hostinger Horizons. Reality is that you can probably get away with integrating any API out there just by chatting back and forth with the AI. Now, these are the integrations that are native that allow you to build relatively fast these integrations into your project. Those that you start with the AI about, those are going to take a little bit more work and more iterations, but they're completely doable whether you want to connect HubSpot, or Facebook Graph API or whatever other API out there is, you're going to be able to do so by chatting back and forth with the AI. Now, as we test the Horizons today and compare it with Lovable, I can confidently say that Horizons is the way to go. While Lovable has been in the AI coding market for a little bit longer, I would argue that Horizons is quickly catching up to them. In this game, it's all about which tool can provide you with the best output, which includes the best design and the best code quality. And while reviewing the code line by line is outside the scope of this video, we can tell on the little to no bugs that we found in the Horizon projects that the output was superior in terms of usability and design. But don't let me be the judge. It's your turn. What do you think? Please let me know down in the comments below what will you build using Horizons. While you're there, drop the 10% off code I left you so you can save some more money in your Horizon subscription. With that being said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.